Monica Spirit Walker from Earth and Spirit Walk. And today we're going to talk about choosing your path. What does that mean? Choosing to walk the path is about changing how you walk upon the earth. Whether it's finding more spirituality in your current belief, blending your beliefs with another form of spirituality, or changing completely what it means for you to have belief, faith, and to become a spiritual person. Spirituality means many different things to many different people. For some, spirituality is connecting to Creator. For others, it's connecting to themselves. And yet, it's learning to connect with everything around you, with nature, with the birds, with the earth that you walk on. Many of us walk a spiritual path, which, from the outside, seems quite different from a religious path. And in many ways, it is. When you walk a path spiritually, your beliefs and your core has a tendency to shift and change with new information that is brought to you, either in your learning or by your guides. Now, in spirituality, we have guides or teachers who help us walk in a good way on the earth. And walking in a good way means that you are respecting your fellow man, respecting the earth, respecting nature in itself, understanding that the person that you may have a issue with is still human, recognizing yourself within them, understanding that you can love someone from a distance and not have them be a part of your life. Being spiritual for each person is different. When I speak of guides, I mean depending on your ilk. It can be animal medicine, plants, because they are our elders. It can be the earth mother, father mother. It can be a variety of things depending upon which particular path you choose to walk. Now, with that being said, you have to define for yourself what spirituality is. And this tends to take people from a place where you have these beliefs that are rigid and set, and allows you to flow and move and learn. And that's a big step for people. So moving into something like a spirituality type belief, you really have to ask yourself, is this what you want to do? Because it requires that you begin to look inside yourself, at yourself. Requires that you look at your shadow side and to integrate that and become whole and make peace with that. And that can be a difficult journey, especially when you have many scars from things that have happened in your life. And depending, of course, on what school of thought you go to, some schools can make those processes more difficult and cause you to give up. Others can help you find a balance and a way to make peace with those. You have to be aware that each teacher is different, each path is different, and you can weave in between, in and out, all of them, if it's a needed thing in order for you to learn whatever lessons or growth is needed for you. Now, how will this change or enhance your life? I think the spirituality concept gives you a greater understanding of your connection to the world as a whole. It brings people that you would normally find or consider different than you or separate from you into a place where you understand that you really are not separate from them. That your actions affect them, their actions affect you. What you do with each other as human beings affects how the earth is, resonates. How you treat the earth represents how you treat each other, how you treat yourself, how you treat nature. All of these things are connected in spirituality. when you were looking at your shadow side, it is taking into account the things that we have hidden and shoved inside ourselves because we have been deemed as bad or inappropriate depending upon what faith or belief system we come from. So it takes all of these things into account and so much more. So there are a lot of questions you really need to be asking yourself before you take that step into this place. One, is this what you want to do? How are you going to do this? Are you going to go find a teacher or begin reading books and searching through the internet? When you're stepping out into something that's different and it's not the norm, you need to really sit with how this will affect the people around you in your immediate family and your friends. Are you ready to deal with their reactions to you? Do you have a support system within that group that will back you and give you the space and support you need to try and learn something new and to walk this path? You also have to decide whether or not you are going to change beliefs, faith, your walk completely from where you are now. Are you going to leave your Christianity or your Judaism or your Islam or your Buddhism behind and do something else? Or are you going to take what you learned from Native American and blend it in? Take what you've learned from a Wiccan path or a Buddhist path and blend that into what you currently practice. You can also look at it from the point of view is that you were out learning and finding the core in each of these beliefs that show you that everything is really connected and all the stuff on the outside are peripherals. You can start walking a path, say Native American, say Wiccan, say Buddhist, and find that there are teachings within inside of that that match the teachings that are within your core or your home religion. And it can show you the connections and growth in there and show you a place within that that you hadn't seen before and open up new modes of understanding. I will explain to you what spirituality is to me. Spirituality is, for me, the spaces in between the words that are in the Torah. It is not the words itself because the words to me are the law, but the spirit is what lies in between the spaces. That's where that spirituality comes in for me. That's where the path that I have walked has opened up aspects that were closed off to me because of old thoughts, patterns, and beliefs. So walking this path has opened up a whole new realm of understanding of who I am, how I define the world around me, how I relate to Creator. So I really want you to think about those types of questions. You also have to ask yourself, are you willing to look into the shadows of who you are and see the truth of things, not as others have placed upon you, but as they really are in all sides, and work on letting go and healing that so that you can grow to the next level? You have to decide if you are going to take things and allow them to hold you down, or if you are going to use it as a stepping stone in order to move up. So, yes, I have notes. Because I have a tendency to ramble. There's not a lot of videos out there that talk about what it is to begin these steps. Do you just jump in? Do you go to someone? Is there a place to go for guidance? I want you to sit down and think about the questions that I have presented to you. If this is something you really want to do, if it calls to you, if it sings to you in your heart, go for it. You can come to this page, you can take one of my courses, you can take any course that is calling to you in order to begin your journey. But I urge you to take my Choosing the Path for spirituality course first because it goes through some really basic information about finding teachers, choosing teachers, what to expect, shadow side, and things like that. And then the next courses that I present will break down grounding and protecting, the 4 directions, things like that, to give you a strong base in which to stand on before you go jaunting out into the world of spirituality. There are as many paths as there are spokes on the wheel. You were not destined to stay strictly on one, nor are you fated to learn only from one. There are many teachers on many paths that can give you information and grow you into a better person, into a better mindset, into a better physical body of health. It all depends on what path you want to go through and how you want to become or discover or awaken or, birth yourself. All of these words have similar or the same meaning. So I urge you to take a moment to think about these things. This is a wonderful path. It's great in addition to your Christianity. It's great in addition to your Judaism. It's great in addition to whatever path you walk. We are all teachers. We've all experienced things, and the best thing you can do is learn from people and how they've walked that path, how they've gotten through it, what did they use for support, and if it can help you. And trust, you will know what is for you and what is not. As my teacher once says, if it doesn't grow corn, it's not for you. Okay? And one of the things I like to say to people is take what you need from what I present to you, what I offer you, and leave the rest. Because not everything in every program or every video or every teaching is for you. Only aspects of it are. You can pick up a book, read an entire book on spirituality or a particular subject, and the only thing in that book that was meant for you to grasp, to understand, to be an aha moment or an ouch, as my cousin says, could be a simple paragraph midway through the book, a line at the end of the book that makes you go, oh, and just unshackles your mind and your way of thinking and opens you up to something different. That's what spirituality is. So I hope you enjoy your journey, and I welcome you to a new phase, a new moment, a new adventure, a new self, a new discovery, a new connection to the world and Creator. Have a wonderful day.